Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Naveen, and today we'll continue with our CAT 2023 series, Tricky Questions. So in the previous session, we looked at tricky questions related to QA Part 1. Today, we will be doing right now tricky questions on DILR. And in the next session, we'll be looking at tricky questions in QA Part 2. So don't forget to tune at 7 p.m. tonight. Okay, so this is the first set. In a class 10th board exam, 10 papers were distributed over 5 groups: PCB, Mathematics, Social Science, Vernacular, and English. Each of the 10 papers is evaluated out of 100. The final score of the student is calculated in the following manner. First, the group scores are obtained by averaging marks in the papers within the group, and then the final score is the simple average of the group scores. The data for the top 10 students are presented below. So there is no space below. So I have kept it on the next slide. The pen score in English paper 2 has been intentionally removed in the table. So this is what we have. So in order for you to look at the entire table, I will just move myself from here. Yeah. So go through the table, or if possible, take a screenshot quick so that you can solve whatever the question is going to be. I'll give you a minute. Okay, so let's say you have taken this screenshot. So how do we calculate? There are two formulas basically here. It says each of the 10 papers is evaluated out of 100 first of all. So let's go to the table and let's look at one of the person. Let's talk about Aisha. So Aisha has got 98 out of 100, 96 out of in chemistry, 97 out of 100 in bio, mathematics 98 out of 100, history 95 out of 100, 93 out of 100, 94 out of 100 in paper 1, vernacular group, and paper 2 in vernacular group 96 out of 100. In English, there are 2 papers, each of 100, right? So this final score, how is it calculated? What is the formula for this? So the final score of a student is calculated in the following manner. First, the group scores are obtained by averaging marks in the paper within the group. What does this mean? This means, so for Aisha, for PCB group, we'll be doing 98 plus 96 plus 97 divided by 3. So this is the average of this group. For mathematics, it will remain 98 out of 100 only. For social group, it's going to be 95 plus 93 out of 2. So instead of saying out of 100, let's keep this as 98 upon 1. For vernacular group, it's going to be 94 plus 96 out of 2. And for English group, it's going to be 96 plus 98 out of 2. Now, if you solve this, 98 plus 96 plus 97 out of 3, this is going to give us 97. This is going to give us 98 only. This is 95 and 93 plus 2, this will give us 94. 94 and 96, if you solve this, this is going to give you 95. The next one is going to give you 97. So this is the group score. How do we calculate a group ka score? Matlab ek subject ka, by taking the whatever as many number of papers it has, we take the average of the scores within that group. So individually we calculate this. Then what we do is we calculate the final score by taking the simple average of the group scores, as in we add now 97, 98, 94, 95, 97. So these are 5 numbers, right? So now we divide it by 5. So 97 plus 98 plus 94 plus 95 plus 97, if you solve this by divided by 5, you will get 96.2. So basically there are 3 PCB groups, right? I mean, there are 3 parts of PCB group: physics, chemistry, bio. Maths, there is only 1. For social science, there are 2, history and geography. For vernacular, there are 2, and for English, there are 2. So if I want to say that what is the final score, so the final score calculation will be physics, chemistry, biology ka score divided by 3. This is the group score. Mathematics by 1. Then we have social science, which is history and geography ka average. Then we have vernacular 1 and vernacular 2 ka average. And then we have English, then we have English ka first and second paper ka average. And then there are 5 calculations that we'll be doing. So you further divide it by 5, and this will result in the final score of a particular student. So this is the formula that is going to be there. This can be simplified as P plus C plus B whole divided by 3 by 5 is 15, right? Plus M by 5 plus history plus geography divided by 10 plus vernacular 1, vernacular 2 divided by 10 and plus English 1 plus English 2 divided by 10. So you can see that the smallest divisor is 5 here and the largest divisor is 15, right? So this is the formula as per the question. And this has been calculated for a lot of students. I mean, it is already given for every student actually. For one person, for Deepan, this part is missing. So this is not mentioned, right? So there are 2 question marks for this. Ariansh, of course. नहीं ये डिफिकल्ट अभी लग रहा है. सारे सेट्स को जब भी करते हैं हम डिफिकल्ट अगर सोचोगे तो करोगे कौन सा? टाइम तो लगेगा ना. जस्ट बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू टेक 10 to 12 minutes 15 minutes to solve a set, understand a set and get done with it doesn't mean it's a difficult one. difficult मतलब आप कर भी नहीं सकते, उसको difficult बोलते हैं. ठीक है? Okay. So having understood what this is about, how do we calculate? There is nothing else to understand. We can straight away move over to the question. So the first question is, how much did Deepan get in English paper 2? So वो question mark है कितना, right? So going by that formula, can we say we have to do for Deepan 98 plus 98 plus 98 divided by 15? याद है? Plus 95 by 5 plus 96 plus 95 by 10 plus 96 plus 94 by मैं काम करता हूँ ये 15 5 10 की जगह ना पहले ग्रुप का एवरेज निकालता हूँ. So what is PCB का एवरेज? PCB का एवरेज is 98 plus 98 plus 98 by 3, which will be 98. Okay. Let's talk about maths. Maths is going to be 95 by 1, which will remain 95. Let's look at social science. Social science का हो जाएगा Deepan का 96 plus 95 divided by 2, which is going to give us 95.5, right? Vernacular group, it's going to be 96 plus 94 by 2, which is going to give us 95. And let's call this as X. So this is going to be for English ka group, it's going to be 96 plus X divided by 2, which is going to give us 96 plus X by 2. Iska to kuch nahi kar sakte. Let's leave it as such. Now, the average of 98, 95, 95.5, 95 and 96 plus X whole divided by 2, this should result in 96. तो यहां से X figure out करना है. ठीक है? Don't forget to divide the entire thing by 5 because you have to calculate the average of that. तो अब क्या करेंगे? We will take 5 to the other side and write that as 96 into 5. 96 into 5 means 96, 96, 5 times, right? On the left hand side, on the right hand side, we are going to have 96 into 5, which is adding 96 5 times. Excuse me. And on the right hand side, we have 98, we have 95, we have 95.5, and we have 95, plus we have this 96 plus X by 2. Why am I doing this is because 96 into 5 पहले calculate करो, फिर subtract करो, फिर double, फिर subtract, so it will be more calculative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down in this format so that it becomes easy. Okay. चलो अब इसको solve करते हैं. How? This is 98, this is 96, so I will take care of one of them and say कि 96 दो कम है. 95 and 96, this is one more. 96 95.5 से 0.5 ज़्यादा. 96 95 से 1 ज़्यादा. Right? So if you look at this, since we are equating the LHS with the RHS, we realize that the overall difference should cancel out. बोले तो ये -2 +1 and +1 is 0, right? So if I need an overall no change, as a 96 के कारण, the third 96 we have a +0.5, that tells us कि last 96 के कारण we should have -0.5. -0.5 means the value of this calculation should result in 96 से 0.5 कम. So this should result in 95.5. Okay? So, इसको अगर solve करना, so I'm going to remove myself now. So 96 plus x is equal to 95.5 plus 95.5, right? Again 95.5 into 2 को ऐसे लिख देंगे. Okay. This 96 will go here, right? And this is going to give us, is this 96? So 98 say 96, 95 say 96, 95.5 say 96, and 95 say, oh, sorry. This was plus 0.5, no? Plus 0.5 and plus 0.5, it means it should be one more. One more of 96, as in this should be 90. Eight. 95 say 96, this is 95, this is 96, right? So this should be +1. So 1.5 ज़्यादा चाहिए 96 से. 96 से 1.5 ज़्यादा चाहिए, मतलब ये 97.5 चाहिए. Right? 95.5, 96, 95 to 96 is, excuse me, did I make a mistake? This is -2, this is +1, this is +0.5, this is +1, and 95 to 96. Hmm. 98, 95, 95.5 and 96 plus x by 2. पहले सही तो लिखा था. So if I have a plus 0.5 here, in order to make it, equate it, I should have a minus 0.5 here. Minus 0.5, 96 से minus 0.5, that means this should be 95.5. ठीक है. Okay, so this should be 95.5. So if we take 96 to the other side, it's going to give us minus 0.5, right? So this x will result in 95.5 and minus 0.5, which will end in 95. Okay, so 95 should be our answer. Okay, next question. तो हम equate कर रहे हैं, we are equating the average part. Among the top 10 students, how many boys scored at least 95 in at least one paper from each of the groups? So we have to find the top 10 students first of all. Out of those top 10 students, we need to find how many are boys. And among those boys, we need to find out how many of them scored kam se kam 95 in at least one paper from each of the groups. Each of the groups means there are 5 groups, if you remember, right? PCB, mathematics, social science, vernacular and English. So top 10 students kaun se? So the top student is 96. Is this in the proper order? This is already in the proper order. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have to deal with all the 10 students, right? So we have to only look into boys. B stands for boys. So Ram, did he score at least 95 in every paper? No, he did not. एक पेपर vernacular में he missed. Let's go to Dipan. Did he score 95 in each of the papers? At least 95. Yes. Remember, we just calculated this turned out to be 95 or anyways 96 है. एक पेपर कम से कम चाहिए था. So Dipan is the person. Let's look at Sagnik. Yes, more than 95 everywhere. 95 से ज़्यादा, 95 से ज़्यादा, 95 से ज़्यादा, 95 से कम. No. Let's go to Sanjeev. 95 and above, 95 and above, 95 and above. Problem. Not this guy. Joseph. 98, 100, 94, 97, perfect. 90, 92, problem. So people did not score well in vernacular. Agni, more than 95, perfect. More than 95, 95 and above. 82 and 93, again a problem, again a problem. So two places with problem hai, to ye to nahi hai. Preetham, 95 and above, 95, 83, 95, 90, 93, again a problem. So out of these many students, how many students actually, okay, I will again hide myself in case it's not visible. So out of these many students, how many students did score at least 95 in at least one of these subjects? It's only Dipan, right? Keval ek banda hai, so one should be the answer. Okay, next question is, had Joseph, Agni, Preetham and Tina each obtained group score of 100 in the social science group, then the standing in decreasing order of final score would be? So इन सबका अगर 100 हो जाए तो फिर वो किस ऑर्डर में होगा? Okay, let's read. Joseph, Agni, Preetham and Tirna, right? These four people, इनका social science के group में suppose इनका 100 हो जाए. 100 means each one gets 100. ये मतलब है. So right now the standing order is Joseph is first, Agni second, Preetham is third and Tirna is fourth among these four people. अब अगर इसको 100 कर देंगे तो what will be the change in the final score? So उसके लिए we have to see कि कितने का change आ रहा है, right? So if we look at Joseph, if 94 becomes 100 and 97 becomes 100, so can I say there is going to be an increase of 6 and 3, that is 9 overall? If you look at Agni, 95 and 96, each of them becomes 100, so there is an increase of 5 and here there is going to be an increase of 4. 100 karna hai. So this is an increase of 9 again. Here it was 6 and here it was 3. Okay, if you look at Preetham, there is an increase of 17 and 5. So there is an increase of 22 here. And if you look at Tirna, this is an increase of 15 and 6. So this is an increase of 21. Now, remember in the social science group formula में हम लोग क्या करते थे? Social science का जो group था उसका divided by 10 करते थे. So if this much is increased, so can I say Joseph overall final score will increase by 0.9? Agni का भी 0.9 से बढ़ेगा. प्रीतम का 2.2 से इंक्रीज हो जाएगा एंड टिरना का 2.1 से इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. As in the new final score for Joseph will become 95.9. That for Agni will become 94.3 plus 0.9 is 95.2. That for Preetham, it's going to become 93.9 plus 2.2, which is 96.1. And for Tirna, it will become 93.7 plus 2.1, which is 95.8. अब इस ऑर्डर को अगर आप ध्यान दोगे तो इसमें से अब फर्स्ट कौन कर रहा है? So Preetham is going to be first, 96.1. Who is getting second? Joseph is getting second. Who's getting third? Tirna is getting third. And Agni is going to be fourth. So Pritam first, Joseph second. So only A option makes sense. Right? ये SSC by 10 का मैं याद दिला देता हूं. When we wrote the formula, this was the formula we wrote. SSC by 10. यही फाइनल स्कोर में इतने का चेंज आएगा. So this question is based on arithmetic का averages का part. ठीक है? So Pritam, Joseph, Tirna and Agni. Now Riyansh, tell me, was this set a difficult one? Questions difficult है? नहीं. The first one was calculative because you had to add so many numbers, take the average and again the average. Otherwise, all the other questions are straightforward. Okay. Next. Students who obtain group scores of at least 95 in every group are eligible to apply for a prize. हर ग्रुप में कम से कम 95 का ग्रुप स्कोर आना चाहिए. Among those who are eligible, the student obtaining the highest group score in the social science group is awarded this prize further. So the prize was awarded to whom? Since we have an option which says no one from top 10, तो हमें वो भी चेक करना पड़ेगा. So पहला कंडीशन है ग्रुप स्कोर ऑफ एटलीस्ट 95 इन एवरी ग्रुप. तो एक एक करके चेक करते हैं. लेट्स चेक आयशा फर्स्ट. 98, 96, 97. Since all the three numbers are more than 95, तो ग्रुप में 95 से above होगा. मैथमेटिक्स ऑलरेडी 95 से above है. सोशल साइंस में 95 above नहीं हो सकता because if you're going to take the average of 95 and 93, it will definitely be less than 95. So Aisha is not that person who will be even eligible. Let's go to the next person who is Ram. 97, 99, 95 perfect, 97 perfect, 95, 96, 95 से ज़्यादा होगा. 94, 94 will not give us an average group, will not give us a group score of more than 95. Average will remain 94. So Ram भाई साहब भी नहीं है. Okay, let's look at Deepan, the next person. 98, 98, 98 perfect, 95, 96, 95, 96, 94 का average is exactly 95. And remember, this was 96 and this was 95. We have already solved this. So Deepan could be that guy who is, Deepan is the eligible guy for sure. And he may have got the highest average in the social science group as of now. 95.5 highest. ठीक है? So eligible बंदों को पहले पकड़ते हैं. So Deepan is an eligible guy. Okay, E stands for eligible. Let's go to the next person, Shreya. So Shreya 96, 89, 85. This is definitely going to be less than 95. So Shreya is not there. Then it again says no one from the top 10. It means there may be more than one person. So check करते हैं. Sagnik, definitely more than 95. 90, mathematics maybe 95, 96, 98 का average 95. 94 and 97 का average will be more than 95. 92 and 94 का average 95 नहीं हो सकता. So Sagnik is again ruled out. He can't be eligible. Sanjeev, 95, 96, 97, average is more than 95. 98, 97 and 96 का average more than 95. 92, 93 के कारण Sanjeev is also not eligible. Right? Joseph, 90, 94, 98. So if we take the average, it will be less than 95. So Joseph is also not eligible. Agni, more than 95 in PCB, more than 95 in maths, more than 95 in social science, less than 95 in vernacular, क्योंकि 82 और 93 का average तो उसके बीच में ही होगा, 95 तो हो नहीं सकता. So Agni is also not eligible. Pritam, 98, 90, 95 in PCB group, is definitely more than 95. In mathematics, 98, more than 95. 83 and 95, not eligible. What about Tirna? 96, 98, 97, definitely more than 95. 99, 85 and 94, not more than 95. ये भी eligible नहीं. So we realize that there is only one person eligible and he has the highest social science group का group score. Right? So Deepan will become the answer. D. Okay. Next question. Each of the 10 students was allowed to improve his or her score in exactly one paper of choice with the objective of maximizing his or her final score. Everyone scored in the 100 in the paper in which he or she chose to improve. After that, the topper among the 10 students was who? So जैसे आयशा बोलेगी मेरे को किसी एक पेपर में मैक्सिमम कर दो, so her final score is going to change. Similarly, Ram will also say, Dipan will also say, Sagnik will also say. So everybody is going to choose one subject, okay, not subject, one paper, जिसमें कि उसको करना है highest. And अब मेरे को पता करना है कि who is the topper now. Now, what happens is, if we look at Aisha, she is at 96.2. She has to maximize, right? So she can maximize her score by getting 2 in mathematics. अगर 2 का इंक्रीज होगा तो रिमेंबर मैथमेटिक्स में बाय 1 होता है और पीसीबी वाले में बाय 3 करते हैं और सोशल साइंस वाले में बाय 2 करते, एवरेज करते हैं पहले ग्रुप का, and English wale may be, and then we do the average of all of these group scores that we just calculated. So this will result in actually PCB wala marks में जितना एडिशन है by 15, मैथमेटिक्स वाले में by 10, सोशल साइंस वाले में by 10, वर्नाकुलर ग्रुप वाले में 10 and English ग्रुप वाले में 10. Sorry, this will be 5 only, क्योंकि यहाँ पे 1 था ना, 1 into 5. So if Aisha decides कि इसमें 2 का इंक्रीज करना है उसे, so her score will increase by 2 by 5, which is 0.4 से बढ़ जाएगा. Her new final score will become 96.6. If you look at social science में, if she decides कि 7 का इंक्रीज करना है, so 7 by 10, her score will increase by 0.7 in that case. तो ये तो ज्यादा हो गया. Now 93 से छोटा कहीं पे भी नहीं है for Aisha. So can we say Aisha should decide to actually increase her score of geometry to be the highest so that her overall final score increases to be most 96.9 बन जाएगा. इससे ज्यादा वो नहीं कर पाएगी. Right? Now let's go to Ram. Ram will again accordingly decide कि मेरा वो वाला स्कोर पकड़ते हैं जिसमें सबसे कम है मेरे को. So 94 we have here. So 94 में if he decides to, either of these 94 to increase it by 6 by 10, there will be an increase of 0.6. Ram will be stuck at a score of 96.7. Ram का अभी भी आयशा से कम ही रहेगा no matter what Ram does. ठीक है? If we look at Dipan, so for Dipan, we have 98, 98, 98, 95, right? 95 में अगर वो ये 5 बढ़ा देता है तो 5 by 5 there will be an increase of 1 and this becomes 97. If he decides to increase, suppose this 94 by 6, so that total 100 out of 100 आ जाए उसको paper 2 of vernacular में. So because of 6, his overall change will be of only 0.6. So this is not a smart move by Dipan if he decides कि paper 2 of vernacular को बढ़ाए. He should actually increase mathematics में 5 number ताकि overall change 1 का दिखे final score में. Let's go to Sagnik. Sagnik, if he decides to increase it by 4, so 4 by 5.8 का increase होगा, right? What if he decides to increase his 92 by 8, so 8 by 10 अभी भी 0.8 का increase होगा. So can we say no matter what we do, Sagnik will never be able to touch 97, which is the highest. 95.7 से 97, 95.5, अब 95 से 97 जाने का मतलब है कि ओवरऑल 1.5 का चेंज, ओवरऑल 1.5 का चेंज मतलब 15 का चेंज इन जस्ट वन सब्जेक्ट, राइट? तो डू वी हैव 85 के आसपास, यहां तक किसी को भी आया है 85 के आसपास? ये 85 लेंगे ना तो 15 का इंक्रीज मतलब एक ही चेंज दिखेगा. सो 85 फ्रॉम दिस ग्रुप, फ्रॉम हेयर टू हेयर. दिस लोवेस्ट दैट वी सी इज 90, राइट? ये 90 को 100 करने के लिए 10 इंक्रीज करेंगे तो ये 10 का इंक्रीज मतलब ओवरऑल 1 का इंक्रीज दिखेगा. ये मैक्सिमम 96 हो पाएगा, 97 अचीवेबल नहीं है. सो कैन वी से दीपान could be that guy who is now the topper, right? So Dipan is the topper. Okay, let's move to the new set. A significant amount of traffic flows from point S to point T in the one-way street network as shown. So ये arrows देख रहे हो आप लोग? ये arrows बता रहा है कि कौन किधर से किधर की तरफ जाएगा. So S to D only you can go. You can't go from D to S. That's what it means. Points A, B, C, D are junctions in the network. These are junctions. And of course, S is your source, T is your destination. And the arrows mark the direction of traffic flow. The fuel cost, गाड़ी चलाओगे तो पेट्रोल खर्च होगा ना भाई. So the fuel cost in rupees for traveling along a street is indicated by the number adjacent to the arrow represented on the street. So ये जो 9, 2, 3, 1 ये सब दिख रहा है, ये है how many rupees is spent when going from one particular point to the other. जैसे S to A जाने में 9 रुपए का खर्चा आता है पेट्रोल का. ठीक है. मोटरिस्ट डजंट मीन मोटरसाइकिल वाला. मोटरिस्ट मतलब कोई भी ऐसा व्हीकल चलाए जिसमें मोटर लगा होता है. सो वेदर इट्स एन electric cycle, whether it is a motorcycle, whether it is a scooter, whether it is a car, whether it is a truck, whether it is an aeroplane, they all fall under motorists. So they travel from point S to T, would obviously take the route for which the cost of traveling is minimum. सबसे सस्ता ट्रैवल जो है वो फिलहाल है मेरे ख्याल से SD 1 रुपए, DC 1 रुपए और CT 1, 2, 4 रुपए में पहुंच जाएगा कोई भी. As in 4 rupees just for fuel. If you try any other, you will realize that it's going to be more than 4. देखो जल्दी जल्दी 1 plus 6 7 2 3 2 8 7 2 2 5 is 9 9 and 5 is 14. सबसे महंगा तो SAT है, right? Now, if 2 or more routes have the same least travel cost, suppose 2 route है जिसमें कि बराबर खर्चा होता है, then motorists are indifferent between them. Indifferent means suppose this was 3, तो एक बंदा लेगा ये वाला रूट and the amount he has to spend is will be 4 rupees. There will be some other guy who will be taking this route क्योंकि इधर भी 4 रुपए लगता है. So it means that if you are standing over here, you are like, I can take the route SDCT or I can take the route SDT. They are equally good for me. So if there are going to be 2 motorists, तो एक बंदा इधर वाले रूट में जाएगा और एक बंदा इधर वाले रूट में जाएगा. That's what we mean by traffic gets evenly मतलब बराबर distributed among all the least cost routes. ठीक है? Okay. Next, the government can control the flow of traffic only by levying appropriate toll at each junction. So ये जो A, B, C and D है, यहाँ पर पैसे देने पड़ेंगे travelers को. These are tolls. For example, if a motorist takes the route SAT using junction A alone, of course, then the total cost of travel will be rupees 14. 9 plus 5 is 14. Plus the toll charged at junction A. Junction A पे कितना toll charged होता है? नहीं given. It's not given. So it could be anything. It could be 7 rupees. It could be 10 rupees. It could be 1 rupee. It could be 0. Nothing is given, so we don't know that. So once you have read such a set, understood by taking examples, I believe now you can go ahead and straight away jump over to the questions, knowing कि अब क्या चल रहा है. Chalo. So the first question is, if the government wants to ensure that no traffic flows on the street from D to T, while equal amount of traffic flows through junctions A and C, then a feasible set of toll charged at junctions to achieve this goal is which of the options? तो इसके लिए हमें मैप चाहिए, रूट चाहिए. So this is the route. ठीक है? I think I can show myself now. So if the government wants to ensure that no traffic flows on the street from D to T, गवर्नमेंट चाहती है कि इधर से कोई ना जाए, रास्ता ब्लॉक करना है. There are 2 ways to block that road. बैरिकेड लगा लो, ठीक है? Nobody will be allowed to go from there. you let the traffic police stand over there and not allowing anybody to go. Second is, इतना cost डाल दो D पे. Suppose D पे 100 rupees डाल दिया और बाकी सब पे 1122 rupees है suppose. Tolls की बात कर रहे हैं because the fuel cost is fixed. That everybody who starts from S and thinking कि let's take the route SDT today, they will realize अबे यार कौन इतना खर्चा करेगा? Let's not go from there. Automatically no vehicle will pass, isn't it? So because it's given in the question that people or motorists, they try to use that route where the cost is the least. तो अब बोला जा रहा है कि क्या आप यहां पर प्राइसेस रखोगे कि कोई एसडीटी से जाए नहीं. Now, rather than using variables and equations and trying to do hit and trial, options है ना जी. Put in the values from the options and see कि किसमें से the SDT route is the costliest. Whichever option gives you SDT route as the costliest, that is the answer. Very simple. So let's talk about SAT का route का cost कितना आएगा. Then we have next route is SBAT. Then we have SBCT. Then we have SDCT and then we have SDT. So I want SDT to be maximum for this question. Let's एक एक करके option put करते हैं. Let's put 1, 5, 3, 3. If I do this, SAT cost will be 9 plus 1 plus 5, 15. SBAT cost will be 2 plus 2 plus 5, which is already 9. 9 plus 1 plus 5, 15. SBCT cost will be 2 plus 3 plus 2, which is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. SDCT cost will be 1 plus 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 5, 10. And SDT cost will become 1 plus 3 plus 6, which is also going to be 10. Oh, looks like सब लोग यही दोनों रूट लेंगे एंड एसडीटी में पीपल विल गो बिकॉज दिस रूट इज अमंग द चीपेस्ट. सो ए इज नॉट आवर आंसर, है ना? ठीक है. लेट्स ट्राई द नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन नाउ. See, the best way, and I believe the only way for this particular question is going by the option. और ये ना स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन टाइप है, रूट्स वाले क्वेश्चन ऐसे ही करते हैं. 1443. So if I put 1443, SAT will become 15 and SDT will become 10. बाकी चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है, एक ऊपर का कर लो, एक नीचे का कर लो. You will realize that SDT is among the cheapest, so people will still choose SDT route. D से T तो allowed नहीं है. Okay, let's use the next option, which is 1542. So 1542. The moment I take 2 over here, you can really realize that this is just going to be 9, जबकि SAT पे already 15 हो गया है. So this one will also not make sense. Let's try the next one. 0523. So this is going to be 14. For SDT, this is going to be 10. तो ये भी नहीं होगा. With equal amount of traffic flows through junctions A and C. A and C means SBCT and SDCT, they should be equal. (0522). So this is going to be 9 and above 1 is going to be. अच्छा, मुझे थ्रू आउट नहीं करना है ना भाई, मेरे को लगा कि ये तो सेंस ही नहीं बन रहा. फर्स्ट टू वी हैड चेक द एंटायर सीरीज, राइट? 1542 एक बार फिर से प्लेस कर ले रहे. सी वी हैव टू ओनली गो थ्रू एसी जंक्शन, मतलब इस रूट और इस रूट में बराबर होना चाहिए. So if you put 1542, this is going to be 15. This one is going to be 5 plus 4, 9, 10, 15. SBCT is going to be 5 plus 6, 11. And SDCT is going to be 2, 3, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1, 10. 1542, right? तो ये मेरा mismatch दे देगा, right? These two are not equal. We want through junction AC. Sorry, we want the junctions through A and C should be equal. As in equal number of people should go from there. तो चारों तो बराबर नहीं आ रहा है, right? We want all four to be equal. That is not happening. Let's try the next one. So ये तो नहीं हुआ. 0523, 0523. This is going to be 14, SB80. 5, 10, 14, SBCT. 14. This one is 12. And this one is going to be 10. People will still take up SDCT, right? मेरे को ना सारे values लिख लेने चाहिए थे, erase नहीं करना चाहिए था. What I will do is I'll write down all the values. I think there is some typo here. 1 1 की जगह, was it 1 1? It is 1 1 here and 6 there. Okay. So if we have 1533, so option A is going to give us 15, 15, 15, 10 and 10. So this is what we get from option A. From option B, it's going to be 1443, 1443, so that will remain 15. ये मेरा हो जाएगा कम. This one will become 14. The next one is going to be 15. The next one is going to be 11. And this one is going to be 10. Option C, we have 1542. So the top one will remain 15. SB80 will increase by 1. So this one will become 15. और ठीक है. SBCT will also become 15. No, this one will increase by 1. So 10 plus 6, 16 हो जाएगा ये. SDCT will become 8. No, 8 nahi. There is another 2. So this one will become 10. And this is going to be 9. Option D, 0523. 0523. That 0 is going to make that as 14. Next one is going to be 14. Next one is going to be 14 as well. Next one is 9 and the next one is 10. And the last option, 0522. So because of 052, the first three will remain same. SDCT is now going to change and it is going to be 8 now. And SDT is going to be 9 now. Now question says government wants to ensure that no traffic flows on the street from DT. So इधर किसी को नहीं जाना है. So SDT should be out of the equation. An equal traffic flows through junctions A and C, then a feasible set of toll charged at junctions A, B, C, D respectively to achieve this goal is. Okay. A and C से बराबर traffic, which means on the upper part of that shape, everybody should be like, चलो चलते हैं, कोई problem नहीं है. How is that going to change? It can happen in three possible ways. It could be A, where they are all equal, D and E, पर लोग फिर भी नीचे DT वाला रूट लेके जाएंगे. Did they mean all the street from D to T means that nobody wants to go here also? No, nobody wants मतलब ये भी off limit है. But if this is off limit, then C junction से तो traffic जाएगा ही नहीं. Why? Because nobody will start and be going like this, क्योंकि उसको CT जाना पड़ेगा, right? And nobody will take SDT, SDCT as well. So, yeah, hi Aku. यहाँ पर किसको prefer करें? See, obviously, what the question is asking, that is not getting fulfilled. But out of the given options, which one makes the most sense? Actually, D and E, they both make most sense. Reason being, SDCT is the cheapest, right? If SDCT is the cheapest, 9 सबसे सस्ता travel है, 8 सबसे सस्ता है. So people will at least take this and nobody will be taking SDT. Because if I choose the remaining 3 options, 9, 10 and 10 is either the cheapest or among the cheapest. So SDT somebody will go for sure. But in the D and E option, we are pretty sure कि कोई भी SDT वाला रूट नहीं लेगा क्योंकि उससे सस्ता वाला रूट भी अपने पास. So in the case of 0523, it should be one among D and E. It is E. So E लेना पड़ेगा. Still not sure why it was E, but it's going to be one among D and E. Okay, next, if the government wants to ensure that all motorists traveling from S to T, let's go to the figure wala part, pay the same amount, fuel cost and toll combined, regardless of the route they choose, and the street from B to C is under repairs. So this is under repairs and hence unusable, as in the government shouldn't control the toll value so that nobody goes from there. पर वहां पर already repair चल रहा है, so anyways nobody can cross. Then a feasible set of toll charged in rupees in junction ABCD respectively will be. So we have got SAT, we have got SBAT, we don't have SBCT, we do have SDCT, and we have SDT. Now from the options we need those toll charges ताकि सबका same amount हो. So if we take 2532, right? So the moment I take 2532, this one will not make sense. Right? This one will not make sense क्योंकि यहां से ये 15 है, फिर भी एक एक करके चेक कर नहीं लेते. So SAT is going to give you 9 plus 7, 16. SBAT is going to give us 10 plus 6, 16. SDCT is going to take us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is also going to take us 9. Right? So ये बराबर है और ये बराबर है. Okay, let's take the next one, 0, 5, 3, 1. So if we take 0, 5, 3, 1. So this is going to give us 14. This one is going to give us 14 as well. This is going to give us 5, 3, 8, and this is going to give us 8. Okay, if we take 1, 5, 2, 3. This is going to be 16. This one is going to be 15. SDCT is going to be 5 plus 4, 9, and this is also going to be, 10. 9, 10 हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Next one, 2, 3, 5, 1. So this is going to be 16. This one is going to be 14. 5 plus 5, 10, and this is going to be 8. And the last one is 1, 3, 5, 1. 1, 3, 5, 1. So this is 15. This one is going to be 13. The next one is 10, and this one is 8. So we need that scenario where nobody, I mean, of course, BC is getting repaired, right? And it should be the cheapest amount. I think there is this typo in the question. Let me just verify, ठीक है, एक बार. 3 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if we take 3 and 1 and 7, so 13, 14, 17, 14. Okay. So the typo in the question is, this one is 7 and not 1. So 1 की जगह 7 अगर करेंगे, so all these values are going to, I mean, these are going to increase by 6, right? So 9 will become 15, 15. 8 and 8 will become 6 से increase करेंगे 14, 14. If we increase this by 6, this one will become 15 and 16. 6 से increase करेंगे, this one will become 16, 16 and 14. And if we increase this by 6, this is going to be 16 and this is going to become 14. Now it makes sense. क्योंकि कहीं तो typo है, because the fuel, I mean the total cost going from S to T for all the 4 routes, it should be same, right? So second option था ना ये B. So B should give us the answer. Let's change this in the previous question because I struggled there as well. कुछ तो दिक्कत था इधर. So what if I change this to 7? If I change this to 7, I increase it by 6. So SDCT and SDT, they both will increase by 6. Right? So if this increases by 6, this becomes 14, and if this increases by 6, this becomes 15. So people will take all the roots, will not take SDT wala root. E becomes our answer. So that was the typo there. Okay? So next question mein, we will remember the typo. Okay, previous wala ka check kar le. 0531. Yes, this is 0531. Okay, next question is, if the government wants to ensure, I'll change it to 7 already, that the traffic at S gets evenly distributed along streets from S to A, S to B, and from S to D, then a feasible set of toll charged at junctions A, B, C, and D respectively to achieve this goal is. Now they want evenly distributed along the streets. Evenly ka matlab hai कि only 3 people will start. So that one person takes the route, another person takes this route, another person takes this route. Right? That means there are 5 routes, which is SAT, SBAT, SBCT, SDCT and SDT. इनमें से SAT से तो जाना चाहिए. One among SBAT or SBCT should be a higher cost, so that only one person starts from there. That person will take SBAT or SBCT ले ले. Similarly, SDCT and SDT में से, if only one person is going, that person is going to take either DC wala route or DT route, right? So again, only one of these two should be same. So whatever value SCT should get, the same value should be 1 from SBAT and SBCT, 1 from SDCT or SDT, और बाकी जो 2 बच जाएंगे जो उनका बराबर नहीं होगा SAT के, that should be a higher value. Again, difficult to go by, writing down the equations and everything. We'll be using the options. 0541. So if you look at SAT, this is going to be 14. If you look at SBAT, this is also going to be 14. If you look at SBCT, this is going to be 9 plus 7, right? 16. SDCT is going to be 7 plus 3, 10 plus 1, 14. नहीं, 15 हो जाएगा. There is one below also, no? 15. And if you look at SDT, this is 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 6, 14. So perfect. Nobody will take SBCT route, nobody will take SDCT route. Only one person will start from S and will move towards A, B and D respectively. Right? This makes sense? So 0541 से ही आ गया हमारे पास, तो we should stop. Okay, the next one. This one is 7 actually. If the government wants to ensure that all routes from S to T get the same amount of traffic, then a feasible set of toll charged. सब बराबर होना चाहिए, right? So we have SAT, we have SBAT, SBCT, the third route, the fourth, and the fifth route. Let's put in the options. 0522, 14. 5 pay, this is going to be 14. This is going to be 14. This is going to be 14. This is going to be 15. Doesn't make sense. Next one, 0541. So 5 pay, this is going to be 14. Next one is 14. This is going to be 7 plus 9, 16. We should stop right here. So B also is not going to be the answer. Next one, 1, 5, 3 and 3. So 16, 10 plus 5, 15. Nope. Next is 1, 5, 3, 2. अभी 1, 5, 3 में दिक्कत आई ना, right? 5 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2, which is going to be 15. But 9 plus 1 plus 5 is going to be 16 and 15. So even D will not make sense. So E तो होना ही है, right? So एक second, sorry. 915 is actually 15, no? एक मिस्टेक और फिर से वापस से शुरू करो. 1 5 3 and 3. Okay, so 9 plus 1 plus 5 is 15. 5 plus 5 15. This was 7 plus 8. This one will be remain 15. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. So it fails at SDCT. C option. D pay. This is 1532. It is 15 so far. Next one will remain 15 only. The next one SDCT is 15 and SDT is 8 plus 7 15. So 1542 will not make it through. In 1542 I believe SDCT will cross the minimum of the all. Right? So 1, 10, 5, 15, 15, 15, 15. If I take this as 154, 8, 15, 1542. मैं ना इसको चेंज कर दे रहा हूँ. So 1532 is the answer. ठीक है, 1532. 1532 पे आ रहा है. Next, the government wants to devise a toll policy such that the total cost of the commuters per trip is minimized. The policy should also ensure that no more than 70% of the toll traffic passes through junction B. The cost incurred by the commuter traveling from point S to T under this policy will be. So total cost to the commuters per trip is minimized. कम से कम होना चाहिए. ठीक है. And the policy should also ensure that not more than 70% of the traffic, 70% से ज्यादा इधर से नहीं जाना चाहिए. So 70% से ज्यादा नहीं जाना चाहिए. So less than 70%. Suppose there is one person, so that person should not go through SB. Suppose there are two people, so one person will go from here, one person will go from here, या फिर उधर से कोई ना जाए, इधर से चले जाए. Because we don't have to make it more than 70%. That tells us that SBCT should not be the cheapest. नहीं होना चाहिए, because SBCT turns out to be the cheapest. तो ये आपका everybody is going to use it. That means everybody would be like, we should go through SBCT, and they don't want more than 70% of the traffic through this place. Okay? So SBCT should not be cheapest. Now this is something wherein we will have to actually solve. So if you look at SAT, this is 14 plus A as in the cost at toll A. If you look at SBAT, this is going to be 9 plus A plus B. If you look at SBCT, this is going to be 4 plus 3, 7 plus B plus C. If we look at SDCT, this is 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4 plus C plus D. And if we look at SDT, this is going to be 7 plus D. Okay. So we need to minimize this. और सबका cheapest रखना है. So can we take A as 0? So minimum will be 14 that we need, right? और SBAT से भी लोग जाए. So if you look at SBAT and SBCT, तो A तो 0 हो गया, right? B is same. So can I say C is going to be 2? So A turns out to be 0, B का अभी नहीं पता, C turns out to be 2, right? Why? Because we want them to be equal. बराबर होंगे, so that at least, I mean, whoever tries the SBCT will follow that as well. Okay. Now we want SDCT to be less than 14 and definitely something like SBCT या उससे भी कम. Okay. तो इसको कम से कम रखना है. तो can we try to put it as logic लगाया जाए तो this is already 9. For 9 I will have to put DS2. So this is going to be 8. And this is going to give us a 1. So that means this is going to be a 1. So if I happen to take B as 0, so the cost incurred is going to be 8 or 9. Seven. If B is 1, D is going to be 3, and if D is going to be 3, ये भी 3 हो जाएगा. Hold on. Can we have 9? That's what we want. Can we have SDCT to be 9 so that not more than 70% of the total traffic goes from there, right? चलो start करते हैं. To make it as 7, this is going to be 7. This is so far 4. 4 के साथ ये 3 कर देते हैं. This is also going to be 7. This can't be ever 7. This can't be ever 7. This can't be ever 7. So looks like everyone is going to follow SDCT or SDT. That tells us that nobody is going to go through B, right? But we can have up to 70%. Up to 70% मतलब 3 out of 5. So what will make it equal? अभी हमने क्वेश्चन करा था ना जहां पे सारे बराबर हो गए थे 1532 पे, right? So at 1532 for ABCD, if this is possible, if I decrease every value by 1, तब भी ये पॉसिबल होगा. All will become same. Oh, sorry guys. How did I miss out that this is 7 already? I just realized the moment I put 1532. This is already 7. So SDCT is going to be 10 plus C plus D, and SDT is going to be 13 plus D. ठीक है? So we need this to be minimum. For this to be minimum, see A is going to be 0 for sure. ठीक है? Why? Because 14 से तो कम ही रखेंगे हम total. 14 is there in the option, I know, but we can have even less than 14, right? So 14 से कम करेंगे. And if I make them equal, what will happen? The traffic will go through B, one will diverge from here and one will continue. If they are equal and the cheapest. So that looks like 100% of the traffic is passing through B. But question says not more than 70%. मतलब ये वाला जो route का cost है, it should equate with some other one. So this is way too far. 13 plus D is a lot. So it should equate with this also. So these three expressions should be equal. ताकि worst case में 2 out of 3, that is 66% of the traffic passes through junction B, right? तो उसके लिए हम क्या करें? What value should we give them? If I want to be least, and if you say that A is 0, you नहीं, मतलब मैंने बोला A 0 का रख लेते हैं. So this is 9 already. So C is going to be 2. Like I said, if you equate these, we will have 9 plus B is equal to 7 plus B plus C. Solve करोगे ना, तो B गया, C आ जाएगा 2. Right? From there I'm getting C as 2. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Okay. I'm going to remove myself. So C is going to be 2, right? C is going to be 2 और ये भी बढ़ जाएगा, ठीक है, तब तो ये ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. So how about we keep this as minimum, as in we take C as 0, D as 0, C as 0, B as 3, B as 3 and A as anything. What happens is SBCT ka cost becomes same as the cost for SDCT, which is 10 rupees and which is the cheapest travel, right? The least cost travel, SBCT and SDCT. So since SBCT and SDCT, they both are going to take only 10 rupees. So can I say not more than 70% of the traffic passes? Only 50%? मतलब दो commuters होंगे, एक इसको query करेगा, इसको एक इधर जाएगा. So the cost incurred by the commuter traveling from S to T under this policy is going to be 10 rupees. क्योंकि 10 से कम तो नहीं कर सकते. We can't have negative value for it all. Right? ठीक है. So because of that, 7 again wasted like 5 minutes on this. So A can be anything. B has to be 3, C is going to be 0, D is going to be 0. ठीक है, 10 rupees. Well, if you guys are planning to join our 2023 CAT batch, so you can meet our CAT 2022 toppers, Vinayak, Sarojit, Smarth, Vidhi, Puval. These all students have scored more than 99 percentile, and these all are our audited scores, audited results. Okay, and there are many students who have scored more than 98 percentile. Okay, so if you want to join a batch where you want teachers to actually teach you how to begin a question, how to solve a question like a student, like I always solve the question as if I'm solving as a student. Okay, I'm not straight away jumping over to the shortcuts, because in LRDI, you never know where did that shortcut come from. So you can join our CAT 2023 comprehensive program, wherein these all are the takeaways. A tablet, more than 200 hours of live sessions, more than 75 mocks, more than 10,000 practice questions, more than 300 engaging videos, more than 15 GDPI and VAT power packed sessions, 4 hard copy books, and more than 5 years of previous year questions. Okay, and with the mocks, we provide you with written as well as video solution. So if you want to join our CAT 2023 batch, please make sure that you write the scholarship test, and you can avail up to 90% scholarship in the fees of the exam, of the course by the exam. Okay, 1st April 7 PM पे exam होने वाला है. Register for this. There are limited seats. It's not like 100 students are going to write, and we are going to provide 90% scholarship to all of them. So 90% scholarship के लिए आपको उधर टॉप में कुछ होना पड़ेगा जितने लोग करेंगे. And since our batch strength is not 100 students, तो 100 के 100 तो नहीं आ सकते, right? So please be quick. On 4th of April, Mr. Saral is going to take a session how to manage CAT prep with job studies. He is also going to help you with devising your test taking strategies. Okay, register for this. There are again limited seats. We have brought you on the app quiz section where you can attempt quizzes from all the sections every day. Okay, so you get a daily section wise quiz, concept as well as problem solving based. So please download the app. The link to download is given in the description below. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, and you can join our Telegram channel, which is BYJU'S Exam Prep for MBA. I will look into the doubts that you guys have. Aku, MH, MBA, CT question is so difficult or pure question, solve करने को time ही नहीं मिलता. Aku, MH, CT quant questions are actually the easiest ones. So you need practice and shortcuts for that. Practice a lot. Okay. People who have not yet liked this session, please make sure that you like it. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining. I'll see you again today at 7. We'll be looking at tricky questions of QA. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.